How many of you are wondering currently, the existing Toastmasters, who's this guy? Whenever he comes on stage, only talks about eating.
Chicken.
This guy is famous for giving a speech on eating a chicken. Now he is coming and asking us to eat a frog. What kind of a disgusting person is he? Always eating. But rest assured, I am not going to ask you to eat a frog. Not literally at least. But metaphorically, yes. The title of today's speech might be Eat That Frog. But the purpose of today's speech is to discuss on procrastination, is to discuss on laziness. So tell me, how many of you frankly have procrastinated or have been lazy in your life?
All of us.
All of us, yes. Today I'd like to share a story of my own. By the time I was 25, my weight was around 120 kilos. I was a food aficionado in the true sense of the word. Anytime I saw a biryani, I must have that chicken biryani. I could not resist myself not to get it. And I didn't know that I was putting on so much weight. And the reason for that was a study that I had read later in my life, that whenever you look at yourself in the mirror, to your own mind, you look 30% more handsomer or more beautiful than you actually are. And I was living in this fantasy land that I'm as handsome as Hrithik Roshan. Just a little bit of a pouch has come out. And I was going around with my life. Then the universe decided that this guy is becoming too fat. We have to give him some signals to prod him so that he changes. So once in Chennai, I was at this amusement park with my friends, and I was in this queue to get onto a ride. And while I was on the queue to get onto the ride, I got struck a conversation with my friend who was standing behind me, and I lost myself in the conversation. And the queue moved forward. And there was a tug at my shirt. Suddenly, I turned back. It was a 10-year-old kid. She looked at me and said, "Uncle, queue munnadi poiduchu. The queue has moved forward." I was just 25 then. It felt a lot. She could have called me Anna, meaning brother in Tamil, but she didn't. I let it go. Maybe she calls everybody uncles. Maybe. I let it go. A few days later, my brother's fiancée and her family had come to our place for dinner. While eating, I am from a Bora Muslim family. So we sit in this huge thal, they call it, and we serve all the food in the middle and we take some and eat. So while eating, suddenly out of nowhere, my brother's fiancée, my brother is elder to me, by the way, 5 years elder to me. My brother's fiancée suddenly says, "You look elder than your older brother." And all I could do was smile. Thank you. Because I didn't want his relationship with his fiancée to be affected because of me. But then that incident, especially if you get such a compliment, if you can call it, from a lady, it is especially very painful. And I didn't want a situation where I go to a girl's house to seek for some marriage, and they ask a question, why did the younger brother get married before the elder one? I didn't want that question. So I decided to do something about it. And I started to read what is the reason that I procrastinate, I be lazy about my health. And I found a few books. And one of the books was Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. Another book was Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and few other articles. And all of those articles, all of those books, everything combined together have this one message. I have distilled it for myself. That you have to visualize yourself about what you want to be in 10 years, in 15 years, or when you die, what people want, what you want people to talk about you at your funeral. And after doing this exercise, frankly, it gave me a lot of clarity about what I want to be as a person, what I want to do in my life, what I want to gain, what are the kinds of relationships that I want to have with people. And along with that clarity, I also got the motivation to get up every day and do the most important task of my life. That task may not be easy. That task might not be enjoyable, like going for a jogging, or for a walk. That task might not be enjoyable, but I have to do it for myself and for the greater satisfaction of my life. And that is what eating that frog is all about, isn't that? Here, eating that frog is, the frog represents a task, an important task that you have been avoiding to do. If you do the most important task of your life in the first day of your morning, the first thing in the morning, you can rest assured that the rest of the tasks, however tedious they will go easy, knowing that you have eaten the frog, the most disgusting thing, first thing in the morning. With that, I end my speech. Over to you, Toastmaster.